Can I be stoned?
Can I be high?
Can I be blazed?
Can I be dazed?
Can
I be real?
Can I be real?
You can pull it to the kick back. We got what you want in here. All the drinks is colder than my ex's pussy. You can seal that. Boy, who do you know in here? Don't know what you with your girl instead. She wanna, I'ma hit that. Come on, marijuana. All these niggas wanna smoke. You can sell it if you wanna. You can flip that. Baby, you relax and go kick back. Baby, you can pull it to the kick back.
What's up? What's up? This is Canna Be Real. We are live at the Lincoln Lodge Podcast Center. My name is Kadeem, a.k.a. the Bama Burner, a.k.a.
we got another AKA.
I got another a.k.a.
Okay.
Let's go. So, hey, you messed up my
Oh, I'm
introduction,
sorry. I'm sorry.
So,
I was
Kadeem,
so excited.
a.k.a. Bama Burner, a.k.a. always loud, never silent. We here. And then I have my co-host.
Kells the comic, AKA Kells the comic.
We want originality.
The comic that is Kells. What?
Okay, I see
What?
the little switch.
Did
I
you
like the
see
switch.
that?
All right,
Okay,
you getting
there we
you
go.
getting there?
That's what we got.
Cool. So, real quick, how you been, Kels? How's life been?
I've been good. I've been really good. Yeah, staying away from Delta 8, smoking that real THC.
Oh, you want the real deal? I like my
Yeah.
diet weed. I started smoking more Delta.
I want all the calories in my weed. I don't want no diet in my shit. So, just being a good pothead.
I like that good
feel-
pothead.
a
I
good
don't know bad
pothead.
potheads.
No. We like
Smoking
to have
the regular
nice citizens that like contribute. Sometimes I pay taxes, shit like that.
the weed tax, all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
So cool. What do we? What do you say? Weed tax. Let me go ahead and pay the piper.
How have you been?
Life is good, man. I don't know if I know. I got a house. Me and my girl got a house.
alright.
So I can smoke in my
In
own
your house,
property or
you
something like that. I can-
grown. You
I
ain't got to go outside.
Exactly. Ain't got to let them, keep the windows up and smoke out the fire escape.
Okay.
Trying to do what you got to do so neighbors can't smell it. So
Okay.
I'm happy. We've been enjoying life. But yeah, let's get into this episode. Kels, what are we
Okay.
talking about today?
This episode is about online resources. So, as we were coming together about the podcast and talking about episodes, ideas, and like places to review, I'm like, okay, like of course Google is a online resource, but you can
counts.
Google any and everything.
That's true.
I would like a centrified. Is that a word?
I don't know, Kels, but,
Centered,
hey.
centrified. Listen, don't look at me for vocabulary. I smoke weed. Anyway.
AKA, I make up my own words.
What? That's called creativity, okay? Whatever. I want a centered resource where, like, I could just, I don't know, type in my weed questions and you give me back weed answers.
Like the Ask Jeeves, but
Yes,
like Ask
of
a
weed.
pothead of weed. I like that.
Ask
Okay,
weeds.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Don't steal our shit. Y'all. we about to do that shit. But so I was like, okay, we talked about it and we found some cool online resources and I was like, let's share this with the people because they might want to know that too.
Yeah, okay, put your little glasses on, be a
Yes.
scientist for a little bit. I like that. I
Absolutely.
like the research.
Because this is all about information. That's what this is for. Knowledge is power,
Exactly.
right?
That's a message.
Okay, we sound so smart. So, we picked 5 online resources to just touch on right fast to let the people know about. And the first one is actually from the city of Chicago. It is www.chicago.gov, like backslash, because the other one wasn't a word. Cannabis, actually, is real simple. And at this website, they tell you all the things on how to run a legal business in Chicago with cannabis. They tell you this is the do's, they tell you this is the don't, or you'll go your ass to jail. And yeah,
Good to know the information.
it's good to know that information from a legal standpoint. So as far as online resources go, if you are someone who is thinking about tiptoeing in the cannabis industry, this is a really good place to go. So
Yeah. Also, just dispensary locations here as well. So, adult use cannabis dispensaries in Chicago. It's always good because there's so many popping up everywhere. Like Chicago, because it's fairly new, 2 years old, 3 years old in Chicago. It's still booming. Absolutely. So, a lot of organizations and companies are being created. So, it's good to know, like having like a Google Maps for you, how quick you can get your weed.
Absolutely, it's almost like there should be a podcast that reviews the locations in Illinois and talks about.
You might be on to something.
Okay, I'm just
creativity
thinking.
flowing. We can be real about cannabis.
Right?
Ah.
Somebody should think about that, bro. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, no, that's a really, really dope resource. And everything on there must be true because it's from the government.
And everything that the government says and do is accurate,
yes,
and truthful.
Truthful, because they will send your ass to jail.
I really like this cannabis-related business because it's an industry now, right? And then a lot of times, a lot of people like us aren't able to get into that business. It's a cash industry. You need an X amount of money, X amount of capital. So now seeing how you can get started maybe on your own and trying to figure all that out is perfect. So you can get a part of this what is it called? The green rush.
Yes, the green rush. I love that. Because it's green everywhere.
Money to be made and cannabis to be
green
smoked.
everywhere. We want some of it too, y'all. But no, it's definitely a good resource, especially if you are somebody who's doing this independently. You don't really have all that money. You go to a lawyer, whatever. This is a lot of
free information.
Free information. Which brings us to our next online resource, which literally is the Department of Cannabis Control. And this is straight from the government. The website is cannabis.ca.gov. And this literally talks about the laws, like from the beginning. This is like a more in-depth look as opposed to like just from Chicago. This is like all over, nigga. This is
all over. It says Department of Cannabis Control, California.
Oh,
so it's still
okay.
Might still. I mean, it's still good to know if you can
if
you can do it in California.
You can do it anywhere.
You never know where our listeners are. Right?
Okay, and that was the first place technically that started legal weed. So. Yeah.
It looks dope. I like this one. I don't like the name Department of Cannabis Control. Why are you trying to control how much weed I smoke?
Well, I don't. Because it's the government.
Yeah, I feel like I got into a Republican. There's too many. Don't tell me what to do with my weed. That's what immediately I got upset. Like, don't tell me what to do with the stuff that I smoke.
But that's literally what the purpose is. Like, if you want to do some shit, you got to do it like that. Or we taking you out to jail.
That's true. It's like, do this right, straight to jail.
Literally. It's
choose which way you want to do. Smoke a little bit, go to jail for a long bit. It's really, what you want to do.
Exactly. So these are two resources if you are like thinking from a business standpoint and or want to make sure that you are legal.
Yeah, there's also get a medical card, which is important. Apply for a license, which I'm imagining is a cannabis business license. Search for a license. You can also file a complaint. So, if somebody, if your local industry, your local dispensary doing too much, hey, I'm gonna file a complaint on y'all. And then y'all going to jail.
Exactly.
If you want to be like that.
Going to jail.
You up the weed price from 45 to 50?
Going to jail. It's too much tax. You're going to jail.
I'm gonna put it. There's got to be like a Department of Cannabis Control. 411, 811. Hey, I got something to tell y'all.
Yo, actually, that's probably the best part of that website because there definitely needs to be a place to like scare people. Like, I will send you to jail too.
I would. Yeah,
I will send you to jail.
I'm the customer. I'm the one you messing me up. Jail. What you think this is?
Because the customer technically is always right.
Yeah. If I feel like you're going to jail, I'm right to feel that way. You're going to jail.
It needs to be a weed better business bureau type situation. Absolutely.
I like that. I like
better
that.
Weed bureau.
Better weed business bureau.
That's the BWBB.
If you register, you get a free scale so you can know how much weed you getting. Because sometimes I feel like I'm being shorted.
And a magnifying glass. Like, is nigga spraying this shit? What is this? Absolutely. Actually, I think we got another business idea, bro.
It's coming. They trying to play games.
Not with us.
Exactly.
We own it. We own
Have,
it.
1-800 call somebody.
No, definitely. Okay, so the third online resource is Leafly.com. Are you familiar with that?
I love Leafly.
Okay.
When I first started smoking, it was like a Walmart database. It was, you can get everything you need. They give you cool little articles,
Yep.
thing. Leafly I love Leafly.
Yes, Leafly. When I wanted to act like I knew what I was talking about, I'd be like, give me one moment. Let me go on Weed Google right fast. It's so funny. I was actually doing some research from the podcast today, and I was at the hospital. And I went to...
You that hospital giving...
I was looking
patients
at
weed?
No, I was at the hospital because, like, nigga, I need checked up. I need to be checked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm an adult. We got to do this shit now.
Black women go to black doctors and all
exactly.
that. You got to make sure you're good. I
Thank
understand
you.
that.
So I'm in the waiting room, and I'm like, going through the resources, and they won't let you even get on these websites from the hospital Wi-Fi. It was like,
really?
No. You cannot do this here. And I was like, damn. And so at first I was like, T-Mobile, what you doing to me, man?
Opposite T-Mobile?
Like, what is going on? I swear to God, I'm going to pay y'all on Thursday. Like, what is going on?
Crazy.
As soon as you get off their Wi-Fi, it's like, oh, weed everywhere.
I wonder why. I mean, you would think a medical industry, you want to feel good instead of going to doctor, doctor go to Dr. Feel Good,
right?
You would.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, what if I'm in ER trying to Google some shit? Yeah, but no. So yeah, that's what happened when I tried to go to Leafly. But Leafly is amazing. Leafly's been around for a really long time.
Yeah, it's amazing. What I like about Leafly is it lets you know exactly what you're getting into. Sometimes, like I said, I think I said this on a previous podcast, your local weed dealer sells gas. You don't know that's going to be an up gas. The gas is going to make you tired. Gas is going to make you want to clean up the house. You never know what the gas is going to do. But Leafly, it lets you know, like, hey, this is OG Kush. It's going to make you feel this. Euphoric. Using big words like that, it's going to make you want to eat some hair. It's going to make you want to get some sweet stuff, right? So
specific restaurants.
Yeah, specific. They pair your munchies with the weed. Like,
that's a hit. That's a hit, bro. I wish somebody would do that shit. I would pay for that.
If you get some runts, you should want to go to your local Target. You feel me? And get some Cheeto Puffs.
Some Cheeto Puffs
to balance out the airy nature of the.
Watch somebody go say, "Yo, please don't steal our shit, y'all." Like, we're geniuses. What? Gems. What are we talking about?
My favorite part about Leaf, there's also like a person who there's like what are those reviews, right? Yes. So they can say, "Hey, I tried this. It made me feel great. It didn't make me feel good. Watch out for this." So that's my favorite thing, having like consumers talking about the weed in a way that makes sense for you.
Absolutely. Not only can you access them online, they also have an app, and in addition to actual weed, like showing you the weed, telling you the side effects of the weed, all the other fun stuff, I did see like they had like little news pop-ups that came on there. Like, this is a really intricate site. Like, if someone would have asked me like, okay, you can only pick one place to look up weed shit, this is where I would pick.
I think that's the best one. The best resources. I think, like you said, it's information, news, things that are going on in your area.
Yeah.
And like I said, that pairing stuff is really good.
That's just bon appetit.
Yeah, chef's kiss.
Also, at the bottom of it, they let you know the other dispensaries, like if you're traveling, which I think is really good.
Like a green book of weed. I like that.
Yes, the green book of weed. That is great. Give us free. Give us weed. Give us weed. Yes, I'm here for that.
Because I think that's the best part, because for so long you had to know a guy, there's a password to get into where the weed is at. But now it's so open. In other places outside of Chicago where like you can't even show the product.
Yep.
You go to California, you go to New Mexico. I was in New Mexico a couple months ago. They got this really dope concept called the gas station. So it's almost like the gas station, but it's built in an old like gas station. So you go in and that's weed everywhere. You barely have to check in. saying. Now, you know, in Chicago, there's like people with AR-15s. Like, where you going? You trying to get some weed? Give me your ID, like we said last time. In
Social Security card, all of that.
You got to do that in the spot in the gas station, or the grass station rather. The security wouldn't even do the security. He just had a badge, like a fake Walmart little badge.
A
like,
little name tag. Hello, my name is.
Exactly. One of them, like, hey, you good, but you didn't even look at me. So it was that quick. You know, and hopefully, you know, Chicago will be in that route soon. But, you know, just having those resources to know where the weed is when you're traveling is huge.
That's dope. That's definitely dope. And, like, it's a lot of places. It's not like these are these 2 places. Like, it's a lot of resources.
Yeah. People are opening up with that.
Yeah. So this is definitely a dope one. One you suggested you can talk about is cannabismuseum.com, which we found out is a real place.
It's a real place. I'm a history buff. I like learning about history. So when I heard museum, like, there's a weed museum, right? That's cool. But it's in Ohio, and it's just like pretty much the history of cannabis. And they have a lot of cool things on their website, like, you know, when sativa came into the Americas, you know, when the indica become like so great and things like that, or just, you know, that's the best part about that, just the history element. Because a lot of times, you know, I always feel like, you know, you have to know where you came from or to appreciate where you're going sometimes. So when you're looking at the weed history in America, you have to talk about the war on drugs. You got to talk about the how it came to be, so you can appreciate how it's legal now, because it wasn't like that all the time. So I think they really touch on that and just talk really about their history, so you get a good feeling of, you know, where things were 20, 30, you know, 100 years ago.
Absolutely. I think I'm too secretly a nerd, is what you said. History buff.
I didn't say that.
I thought I heard nerd. But I too am a secret nerd.
You took what I said. That's a low key. You nerding out right now. It's a history nerd.
That's what I heard. Okay, that's what I heard. Okay, but it was a really, really cool site, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't even know I wanted to know this. So no, definitely, if you are a nerd like Kadeem and myself, this is a dope resource to go to. And like, now I want to actually go to this place and like look at the history of my potheadness, right?
Can it be real field trip?
Yes, we got to do that.
Do a field trip.
Okay,
we get a budget. We get some sponsors. You know.
Cough, cough.
Yeah, Lincoln Lodge want to, hey, we're going to get a couple of stacks to go and, you know, learn some stuff. You know,
listen,
we'll be appreciative.
Okay, we are accepting all sponsorships from any and everyone. Pause. For whoever wants. No, but our last resource that we're going to talk about, how I came across this was, I was like, okay, we're going to do an episode about resources. We got to talk about Black people. So I literally typed in Google, Black weed.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
Like that. Don't even make sure the algorithm know what's going on.
Black weed. That's what I want to find out about. It was a lot of crazy shit that came up. I was like, okay, let me add some shit in here. And from that came the Black Cannabis Magazine.com. And it's really dope. And it looks like, to me, what Black Cannabis Magazine.com would look like. It looks like a online jet magazine.
Oh, I love you. Love jet.
Right? Like, I'm just like,
touch my phone.
Right? Like, we got the black background. It's just like random, hey, are you from this place? This is what type of news is going on. They have a whole bunch of articles archived, and it's from a Black perspective. And I was like, okay, like, this is what I want to see. I didn't know this is what I wanted to see. It's like information, jet magazine, and love and hip hop rolled in one.
Right. I like that.
Right.
It gives you. So I was just thinking, as soon as I open up, you get a free bottle of cocoa butter lotion.
No, literally, when you open the website, it smells like cocoa butter. I was like, is this a scratch and sniff website? Literally, it's pink lotion everywhere. It's just
collard greens.
Literally, whoever is typing the content got them elbows. Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for the page, y'all. Y'all gotta go check this shit out. It feels like your cousin or your auntie run it. Like, let me tell them what's up. And it's like, yes, I want to know.
So it's all over the country. country, right? So it's not based. So whatever, you can just click on the area of, say, Chicago, New York, wherever.
Yep.
Here, are these events? Or are they mostly like?
It's mostly news. Like if the event is big enough to be news, definitely.
Okay.
Like I said, they archive their articles really well. So if it's and they like link them. It's like, hey, nigga, I wrote about this. You want to click on this one? Like it's really really good. It's not so much of a resource of like, this is what weed is. It's like, do you want to hear about this law? Do you want to hear about what they're doing here? Like, do you want? It's like weed news.
So safety more so, making sure that you're in the know, because a lot of times
exactly
they found some stuff and you don't know. Next thing you know, you can't smoke at a McDonald's. You going to jail.
Exactly, and it's like all the information that your cousin would tell you about in the car. Like, nigga, did you know? And it's like, no, I didn't.
Did you know?
And did you know? But no, because I didn't go to blackcannabismagazine.com. See what I'm saying?
Shameless plug. Man. Black Cannabis Magazine. If y'all need some partnerships, hey.
Hey, listen, we're accepting all sponsorships.
You gotta get with the thumbs up.
No, but I thought that those were like 5 pretty diverse.
I like that.
Online.
Did a lot of research on that, Kells. I appreciate that.
Thank you. We got to do it for the people.
I did have a question. So why do you think there aren't, with cannabis kind of booming as it is, why do you think there isn't a lot of more online information, right? So online resources. I
think that's because that's how you make money, right? If I don't know what I'm doing, if you tell me, listen, this costs $1 million. And I don't have a place to go Google it, I'm just gotta pay you $1 million.
That's true.
But if I have a resource that's like, nigga, that's a 3.5, don't do that. Then I'm like, okay. I think that it's pretty strategic why we don't have certain information and why it's not easily accessible.
That's real. I like that because, like you said, if you don't know better, you won't
can't
do
better.
Right? So I think that's huge. And I think there is, like you said, there's a factor of miscommunication or disinformation. Is it disinformation?
I think that's 1 for 1 for making up shit.
Did I create?
You definitely disinformation.
What am I trying to say?
Can we pause? This is a very intelligent degree man. This man owns a whole. So
I got a master's.
This is a very degree.
Disinformation is a word. Disinformation is a word. I'm gonna look that up later.
Disinformation in it.
Sponsors don't count this now. I'm also I can do math and other stuff too.
Listen, thesaurus or dictionary.com if y'all want to sponsor us.
I'm gonna go with it because disinformation is definitely a word, but there is something about not knowing a lot of information. It impacts how much you're paying with certain things. And I think it's meant to weed a lot of people out because as much as we love cannabis, is one of those things. It is it's who's who, right? Who knows this certain information? They pass it on to certain people in their circles. They're able to get maybe more dispensaries and things like that. So there is a system where misinformation is key, so certain people can't get into the industry when it's booming right now.
Absolutely. So I think that is a bit of a thing. Okay, so since there are not a lot of online resources, what would your ideal online resource look like?
If I can create it what I wanted to be a part of it. So I would definitely take a little bit of Leafly, adding this weed straw make you feel like this and that. I do like the idea of pairing it with the snacks.
So good.
The munchies.
That was so good.
This would taste good with this. So this restaurant, this wine, this red blend or whatever. Yes. I would love that.
Okay.
I would also like to include a donation fund for any organizations that are fighting for incarcerated people that are currently inside prison that are dealing with drug charges. I think that'll be dope. I would also like just different resources on like how to get involved in the weed industry. Maybe not only dispensaries, but what are some events that you can throw and connect, and how to connect with these different dispensaries to get you involved in the legality of weed.
Okay,
so that's a few. I got more.
I love those ideas. Definitely the pairing. I'm still your parent. That's gotta be on mine.
We should do that. Man, that might be a Patreon.
I'm trying to tell you, like, what this week goes with it, because that would be a hit, bro.
You're trying to figure it out. Yeah, I like that.
I think that takes up a lot of my time. Like, what am I gonna eat?
I connect.
What? So I definitely would take that. I like what you said about the reparations, that information. For me, you know how when you're looking for a new phone, like on T-Mobile or something, and they let you compare it to the other phones and all that other stuff, I would like them to do that with like locations. Like put these dispensaries, right? Put these dispensaries together and then let you know like these are the strands that they're doing and also this how much it costs.
I like that. So you don't have to go here and realize 2 months later, oh, it's cheaper.
See what I'm saying?
That's smart. That's smart.
Like some type of compare and contrast. And then also like I want to know about the customer service. I want to know how many times you're going to check my ID. I want to know what security look like. Like, I want to know all that stuff. So I think like a nice,
get there.
Exactly, like a comprehensive list of like, this is what this is going to look like compared to all this other stuff. And I think that I would add maybe like, I don't know, links to information about edibles, information about Delta 8, information about CBD, because some people are like, I want to stick my toe in the weed pool, but I don't really want to get wet.
You don't want to just
exactly.
yourself. Yeah.
So like if you had all the information from like okay, well just rub the CBD butter here or do this, then I think people would be more,
I like that because like you said, there's different ways, right? There's different ways to consume weed. There's different types of weed, right? So making sure that people know, you know, if you're older, maybe you don't want the psychedelic, not necessarily psychedelic, but the part of the weed that makes you just hungry or you know tripping and things like that. Maybe you just want, like you said, something on if you got arthritis, right? Something
exactly.
you
just want your wrist to be high.
Yeah, you know that's it. I like that. So people know about it, and I think that helps with that information, right? Because some people don't know about Delta 8. Some people don't necessarily know what the CBD can potentially do for them. So
absolutely.
Then that's smart.
Yep. So that's what mine would look like. And then probably some like random games because I'm on here because I'm high, right? like, something for me to do, some entertainment.
Play some Minesweep or something.
Straight up old school Minesweep just pop up. Yo, that would be a hit. Please don't steal our shit, yo. Thank you.
You know what I think we should do? This is something I just thought of. If I had a dispensary one day, I would definitely like, the claw machines. It would just be different prizes and weed and stuff. I just
it would be a line around the block of just high people like trying to get this.
I'm gonna do it.
That would be dope. Oh, you know what I just thought about?
What's up?
An arcade/dispensary.
Ooh,
right.
Something engaging to do while you're smoking. That's dope.
Right.
We need to open up a few businesses.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Might be podcast might be too right here. We trying to get to upper echelon right now of the weed industry.
I'm here for it, and we can go to these online resources to see how to do it.
Exactly.
See,
Message.
Real
quick, Kells, before we wrap up this this episode, what would you name your online resource?
My online resource would be The Weed Source.
The Weed Source.
The Weed Source.
Well, I like that. A little mysterious. The Weed Source.
The Weed
Source of power. I like that.
What would yours be?
Oh, I just thought about that. I would the plug talk.
Oh, I like that. The plug talk.
Plug talk. You know, I don't know if that sounds dope,
okay.
right? That would sound cool to me.
Okay, I like that. That's a hit. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. Okay, we talked about Leafly having the app. Oh, this is one question I wanted to ask you. So 2 of the resources that we had are from the government. How do you feel about government ran online sources about weed?
I don't trust it. It make my skin itch. You lock half of everybody up, and now you say, "Oh, here's some online resources you might need." Don't talk to me about that. I don't like it. I'm like like I said, I go back to my black Republican. There's too many people, there's too many governments eating our weed. That's how I feel.
Too many governments in our weed.
I don't like it.
Okay, I think that yes, I don't trust it, but then also I feel like, okay, this is what you told me to do. I'll do it. Look, you said it. It says government right here. Look, it's got your name on it. So Don't say shit to me about none of this.
I like the government said I could do it.
The
It's fine.
government said I could do it. I think I want to print out the whole website and frame that shit. Don't come in my house because the government fucking said I could do this shit.
You up under arrest? The government said.
The government said I could do this. Yes, I want a shirt that says the government said I could do this shit. Literally, that's merch coming soon.
I like the government.
The government.
It's not the government. The government. The government. G-O-V-M-E-T.
Government.
Or G-U-B. The government.
The government. Yes, you gotta have that B. The government.
The government.
You silly, bro. But no. All right. So how do you feel about this episode?
It was fun. You know, I learned a lot. Online resources. It's, you know, we laughed a lot, but this is real good information for people to just enjoy. And I'm glad we was able to talk about this in our episode.
Absolutely.
I do want to see, hopefully, you know, soon we'll come across some more resources. People, please share resources that you use, whether it's governmental or, you know, you got a blog or whatever. Right. I think all the information is good information for the most part.
Yes. Oh, and also that reminds me, our question of the episode. So like Kadeem said, if you guys have any other online resources that we don't know about, let us know. You can drop it in the comments. You can send it to cannabereal@gmail.com. And you can let us know what your online resources will look like, what you want out of an online resource. And let us know what you want out of us, right? As a resource, right? Because we want to be a resource for cannabis education, right?
Yeah, I like that. Can it be real about information?
Yes, can it be real about information? I love it. Love it. But no, this is a dope episode.
Yep. Until next time, once again, thank you to Lincoln Lodge Studios for supporting us with this podcast.
Yes, and you can follow them literally everywhere at the Lincoln Lodge.
Lincoln Lodge, that's it. They're good information for podcasts as well as comedy. So. Yes,
and you can follow this podcast at Canna Be Real on all platforms, Instagram, not Facebook, so not all.
Now we ain't on Meta yet.
Not on Meta.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Instagram. We have a Patreon. We have TikTok. We have a Twitter, and YouTube, and also all the podcasts. Podcasts. Canna Be Real.
Exit out, Kells. What's your how can people find you?
People can find me on all social media platforms, including Facebook, at Kells the Comic. That's comic with a K. KELLSTHAKOMIC.
Okay, I had a little bot with it.
Yeah, I gotta be jazzy with my name because you got like 5 of them.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta make a song. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, TikTok at Fulla Comedy, FULLA Comedy. Once again, I'm Kadeem, the Bama Burner, aka Always Loud, Never Silent. Y'all. Thank y'all.
All right.
Until next time, peace.
Yeah, you can pull it to the kick back. We got what you want in here. All the drinks is colder than my ex's pussy. You can seal that. Boy, who do you know in here? Don't know what you with your girl stares. You wanna, I'ma hit that. Come on, marijuana. All these niggas wanna smoke. You can sell it if you wanna. You can flip that. Baby, Drew, relax and go kick back. Baby, you can pull it to the kick back.